Hey, what's up everyone? I just needed to share my voice on this and give my opinions. So, regardless of what your politics are, which side you're on, what you feel, or what you believe, what you think, whatever, this speech here, the very last of the speech, it's been shown many times all over YouTube and other YouTubers are talking about it. News outlets stated, "Don't wait for a savior. We don't need a Messiah." Now, you can't be more wrong right there than anything. Because at this time, for sure, especially in these times, we definitely need a savior. Now, it seemed that those particular political parties of that time, including him, always seemed to make jabs at Jesus Christ. And they always seemed to make fun of Christianity in particular. It doesn't seem like the media is always pushing against a certain... doesn't seem like they're pushing against all beliefs. They're not pushing against everyone. They're just particularly jabbing at one belief system. Personally, I consider myself a believer in Jesus Christ as forgiver of sins and redeemer. That's how I define my belief system, and I've stated that many times before. But this so-called former president stated in his latest speech that we don't need a Messiah. That, why even say those words? Why would you even say those words? And who is he to tell people that anyway? So, he also stated, you can't sit back and wait for a savior. We don't need a Messiah. This is what was stated.
You cannot sit back and wait for a savior. You can't opt out because you don't feel sufficiently inspired by this or that particular candidate. This is not a rock concert. This is not Coachella.
And of course, when you hear him say, this is not Coachella, all the audience just laughs like he's some kind of comedian or celebrity.
You don't need a Messiah.
Really? Why even state that? Why even state those words?
All we need are decent, honest, hard-working people who are accountable and who have America's best interests at heart.
And listen to all those people clapping. So anyway, I just wanted to do a short video talking about this and how I disagree completely with what he has to state. To me, I mean, it didn't matter in the past which president you voted for. It didn't matter if you were Democrat or Republican. People didn't act like they wanted to kill you over it, as I stated in my previous video. People now act ridiculous. They act ridiculous. Like a bunch of babies. Mind-controlled children. And yeah, you should check out the other YouTubers' videos regarding this particular topic of how he stated that we don't... You can check out multiple news articles. It said, former President Obama says that we don't need a Messiah. You can't wait for a savior. We don't need a savior. America doesn't need a savior. We can't wait for a Messiah, or we don't need a Messiah. That's what he stated. Why even use those words? Technically, those are very boastful, blasphemic words. Really, that's blasphemy. And I have respected all kinds of people of all different backgrounds and beliefs. But when you go and just blatantly disrespect someone's belief like that, which he has done many times, his administration did that many times. They did all they could do against one particular belief system. And you know what I'm talking about. I witnessed it, and I made an entire video talking about the things that he did. I can list a few of them if you want me to. But I'm not getting into it for the video. I love everyone. I send much love to everyone. And I'm very kind and nice to everyone. And I'm respectful. Peace, love, and respect to all. But he caused a great divide in this nation by taunting and seemingly allowing it to happen, allowing the rise of terrorism, allowing these extremists, and allowing, not only that, but allowing all of these things to happen and take place in our own nation, and allowing people to start separating, the separation of just causing more tension between different, I guess you could say, races, between the white people and black people and all of that. Not just them, but many people, causing tension. And at the end of the year, if you didn't have insurance, having to pay Obamacare, having to take a lot of money out of your taxes, and it was rising every year before they stopped it. Hopefully they stopped it. I mean, there was a lot of negativities to that administration, to him, and I'm just telling you facts. Anyone that would blatantly get up there and state that we don't need a Messiah, America doesn't need a Savior, I mean, can it get more obvious? Do you remember the agenda? Benjamin Netanyahu, the leader of Israel, the prime minister, whether you agree or disagree with him or his policies, whether you like him as an individual or what, I don't know anything about him in personally, obviously, but when he was stating that, and he told this to several news organizations at the time, that all John Kerry wanted to talk about when he went over there was, this has to be done now. We have to split up your nation now. We have to split up your country now. During the time of the Shemitah, during the time of the Feast of Tabernacles that was going on in the, well, actually it was a few years back when he was still in office, and he was stating we have to do this now, and Netanyahu stated that all he talked about was the Messianic agenda. We have to do this. The dark has to happen before the coming of Christ can happen, before Jesus Christ can come back. And Netanyahu said he got tired of them talking about the Messianic agenda. This has to be done now. We have to achieve this now. We have to do it. So what they were really trying to do is bring in the Antichrist, the final Antichrist, and the system of the Antichrist. And he was ahead of it. He was ahead of it. He was pushing it along. He gained fast-track access and authority over all of this, and he was pushing this system along to be ahead of it. And I believe he would have probably worked it to where he could have gotten a third term and kind of amended the Constitution to a point where he could have become a world leader, majorly. But was he one of many? There are many. But it was obvious, and the way when he stated this, you can just hear it, you know it. And I'm sure people will tell me, oh, you're taking him out of context. You're taking it out of context. You're elaborating and you're reading into something that's not there. No. I mean, it couldn't be more obvious the way he stated that. I beg to differ. So, I just had to share my 2 cents on this. I found that to be wrong. No one should have stated that. But there's always been something dark and sinister behind that administration and behind their agenda and behind what was taking place worldwide at that time. And still is. They're still working their best to continue it. And it will be continued. It's just been put off and delayed for a little while during this current administration. It's just been delayed. So, but no matter what you believe, that should have been an eye-opener right there, and that should have offended you. Anyway, yeah, but all they talked about, and John Kerry talked about when he went over there, was the Messianic agenda, the coming of the Messiah, and we have to have this agenda put in place first and split up Israel, the 2-state solution, and split up Israel and create this whole New World Order. He mentioned it so many times, and he said we need to do this before our Messiah can come. So basically they were stating we have to have the final Antichrist and create this system before the Messiah, the actual Messiah, can come. But forcing it along and pushing it, making it happen, making prophecy happen is not going to, that's not going to help. It's going to happen regardless, I'm sure. I'm sure many things have come true throughout history. But the thing is, history does repeat itself, obviously. And this is not over. We're obviously still, I mean, it's just put off for a little while during this time, I guess. It's still obviously probably going to happen, but I mean, it'll happen eventually. They're working on it. They're getting it right now, where I'm sure where this will never happen again. It'll never go any other way than they want ever again. I'm sure, because they're probably working on it right now. That's why they're trying their best to stop this from ever happening again. But if you open your eyes and open your mind, you can see. I've experienced so much through my life. I believe a lot of things. I've experienced things that others would find hard to believe. Also, I know when something is obviously a blatant, obvious disrespect of not only my belief system, but many people's belief. And it's obviously a disrespect, a jab, speaking words against the Most High, obviously speaking, it's a blasphemy to state something like that, and people just cheered it on, just like it was, and it's on multiple news agencies, ABC, NBC, MSNBC, CBSN, CBS, PBS here, CNN. I don't know if Fox News mentioned it or not or showed it, but it's all over YouTube. It's all over the internet. It's real. It's obvious. He stated it. You can't miss it. And it's an obvious disrespect and jab at the truth. So I just wanted to show you that. So they're saying, he said all you need is someone with America's best interest at heart. Well, yeah, you would like someone, a candidate that's got the to bring. I don't see what they're meaning that is so. We need a change. We need. I'll talk about it in another video. But there was so much during this administration that was so dark, so sinister, and people, how could you not see it? If you need me to elaborate and share, I will. I'll do that. But these words should open your eyes that he stated.
This is not Coachella.
And the audience just laughs.
You don't need a Messiah.
Seriously? He stated that himself. And then he said, all we need are decent, honest, hard-working people. And then he starts cheering. They start cheering. And then he says they'll step up and join our government.
And they'll step up
and make things better.
join our government, and they will make things better if
he's saying if you support them. So he wants things to be turned around how they were again. So let me just show you, in conclusion, I'll show you these two parts once more.
You cannot sit back and wait for a savior.
And then he stated this.
You don't need a Messiah.
Seriously? Anyway, that's all for this video. Let me know your thoughts. Many other YouTubers have been talking about this, and I had to share my views on this. So, much love to everyone. As always, God bless you all. And I hope we all speak again with each other very soon. So, it was stated on so many news media, news articles, everything, that America doesn't need a savior. We don't need a Messiah. Can't sit back and wait for. I mean, it's ridiculous that he stated those words to news medias, to news outlets. He stated it. It's on various articles. You can check it out. It was typed. It was written. He stated it, and then he stated it in this speech. They had an agenda. They still do, and they're still working on it. And these words that he stated, maybe he's one of many in this time, but you know what I'm talking about. But I know that they were working on the system for the final days, and they still are. But those words are words of blasphemy, and they should be taken offensively to anyone, obviously. Why would he even say those words? So anyway, that's all I've got to say for this video. Maybe I'll elaborate and talk more about it in another video. So peace, much love, God bless you all. I hope to speak with you all again very soon. Bye.